here in Westville, we have come to where a 10-year-old girl has lost her mother, her father, and a 10-month-old siblings when this bank right behind me collapsed on their home. Luckily, she was found alive, but unfortunately for her, parents and the siblings were found dead. But I have with me a resident who was the first one to come out. Leonard, thank you very much for your time. Just quickly take us through the moment when you came out and found this big gap right behind us.
Yes. After I heard the rumbling and the sound of crashing trees and foliage and whatever, I came running out with my torch to try and investigate what had transpired. And I was shocked to find that, as you see it here now, there was just this expanse of land where this was all covered with greenery and trees and everything, and obviously Haji and Halima's home was right here. I was absolutely stunned by what was happening, and I immediately went into, I think I was actually in shock myself, because I was running around trying to call out for them, and ran into Michelle's home as well, just to try and see if they had maybe been swept down further, and it was very difficult to try and establish where they had actually got to.
Now, you were telling us that the young girl was the first one to be found, but it took you the whole day to find the parents and the 10-month-old baby. Take us through the condition that you found them in.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously we wanted to find somebody, and possibly by miracle that they were still alive somewhere and maybe just trapped. We had been doing various searches through various people coming in to try and help with it, but eventually some of the family members and Haji's brothers helped us. Actually it was his brothers and Halima's brother that actually helped us find them, unfortunately trapped with all debris and everything at the bottom of the swimming pool. So yeah, it was extremely difficult to try and just unpack the stuff and walk through all this mud and slush.
Now, I can't imagine what the community must be going through, maybe the kind of impacts that this has had on you.
Well, I have to say that we're still constantly on alert. Every sound, every time it starts to rain, my wife and I have got a bag packed ready to just try and get out of the house, because we're afraid to stay here, because we're unsure of when it can happen, because it's this kind of thing, as you know, it just happens by surprise. There's actually no warning, so we're afraid.
Leonard, thank you very much for your time. This was Leonard Hall, the resident of Westville, who was the first one to come and witness the devastation that you see behind me. We understand that the girl is now with her aunt and uncle, and the community has now come together to open a crowdfunding campaign, trying to source some kind of help, because as we know that she's going to need toiletries, she's going to need food, she's going to need clothes, because she's lost everything. We also know that she's going to need money to continue with their schooling career. So anyone who may want to help them, they can just go to Plea. We understand that is the platform that they are using and lend a helping hand.